I love my dogs, and that is why it sucks so much when you have to sell some. As you might remember from some of my earlier videos, we had a rehomed dog called Spot. Now before he came to us, he had lived already in 3 homes. The first owners, they got sick. The second owners tried if it would work on sheep, but didn't work with the dog that they had already. The third one was first time owners and had him for 1 week. And then we came along and brought him to us. And Spot, he was a understimulated and overstimulated dog. Very energetic. And in the beginning he didn't care about people at all. He didn't look me in the eye, he didn't want to be petted, nothing. The last year we've spent on really trying to train him on sheep. That worked okay. He needs more training, but he has started and he's not too bad. Actually quite pleasant to have around when you're training. And we tried to get him the activity he needed and a place where he could just relax and relax really. And we've been so successful with Spot in many ways, but unfortunately I don't have the time to train 2 young dogs, and Leo is now got a bit further, or a lot further than Spot had. So then we decided that we would sell Spot. Now as you can imagine, that was not an easy decision at all, because I got really fond of Spot, and especially when you think about the journey that he had from, you know, not interested in people at all to now he wants to cuddle and look you in the eye and just wants to be with you all the time, and is quite obedient and everything. But we already got ourselves a new dog that you also saw in another video called Ben, which is a trained dog, and that's really what we need, is dogs that we can use on the sheep. Another thing with Spot is that he needs full focus. He is a demanding dog to have, and it's not fair to him to have him tag along here, not being trained enough, not being spending time with him by yourself enough. And so in that matter it was the right decision, though it wasn't the easy decision. Now we put out Spot for sale on something called fin.no, which is like marketplace, but it's an own web page. And I think I've got 8 different messages, and especially from sheep farmers that was curious to train him, but none of them were living close by, and it was difficult to kind of get him there. But in the end, a couple from the midst of Norway called Hallingdal sent me a message and asked if they were if it was possible for them to try him. They had just lost their border collie due to epilepsy, and they wanted a new one, and they had also had a rehomed dog before from the same age, and they were an active family and really wanted him to come to them. And I thought, well, it's really happening. And as you can imagine, that was quite sad, but then it was also a good thing, because finally he could find his forever home. And I took him along, drove him for 2 hours, and they would come towards us for 3 hours or 2 hours, I don't know how long they were driving. And he was an immediate hit for them, and he also really liked them from the first moment. And then we were spending time together for 15 minutes maybe, and then I was waving goodbye to him. It's just a very sad moment. Now the reason why it's sad is simply because I was thinking about how far we had come, and just how far he had come, how much he had developed, how much better he was now. And I've been thinking about, like, what if he just came to us immediately when he was a puppy? I mean, I think he would be a great sheepdog. Now, after he went away, I didn't hear too much from the owners, and I was starting to think, okay, do they have troubles, do they have problems? I sent them some messages, just how is it going, and I'd also asked for pictures because I really want to see how he's doing in his new home. And I didn't get any pictures, but I got a message that, yeah, well, he hasn't settled down quite yet, but we're working on it. And so I was starting to get feeling a bit nervous, like, okay, what are they up for this or not? Do they manage it? Was it a mistake? Started on these thoughts, and then yesterday I got some pictures and was writing a bit messages, and it actually turns out very, very well. They love him, he loves them. They've been walking a lot. They've been spending time out a lot. He does still have some difficulties with relaxing, but they are working on it, and they have managed to find one spot where he's actually calming down, so that's great. And just the joy that I felt when I got those pictures were just amazing. The best feeling ever. Just the feeling that of comfort that, okay, maybe I did the right decision after all. Maybe this was the right family. So that's the last update on Spot, and I think that will be the last video about Spot on this channel.